Hi friends! I am so excited you're here because I'm going to be talking about Old School April 2025 Readathon Watchathon that is happening in April, and I am a co-host, of course, and this was created by Kelsi, the queen, our queen Kelsi, over here from Slime and Slashers. So I definitely will link her announcement video because she will go into a ton more detail, but I will link all the important stuff down in the description box down below as well, like the Discord, Google Docs, and the sign up form, because it is a team-based event like previous years, but we have different teams, which is very exciting. The theme is who you gonna call. So of course we have a Busters team, the Busters, for Ghostbusters, and then I am on the Beetle Bunch team, which is a Beetlejuice inspired team, of course. And then there is Candyman Crew, which is so cool, based off of the iconic Candyman movie. And then the Scoobies, which is Scooby-Doo, you know, you gotta have that old school, those old school vibes there. But I'll link all the co-hosts as well and what teams they're on, and then you guys sign up for which team you want to join, and it is points based, but everything is so easy. All of the prompts and everything that Kelsi made, you know, she makes it very accessible for everybody, and it isn't about how much you read or watch. It's about how much fun you have and hanging out with people on the Discord, jumping into sprints or anything like that. Group watches, the group watches are always fun. But yeah, it's just a blast. It's just a fun time. So yeah, I'm very excited to be a part of it again this year. I know no Legend of the Hidden Temple theme this year, but I absolutely love the theme, and I love this shirt. As you can tell, it has everybody's team on here. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. I'll probably say that 50 million times in this video, but I'm just gonna go over you know, my recommendations and then my TBR, what I have picked out so far. So my recommendations, my two book recommendations was Exquisite Corpse by Billy Martin and Mr. Begone by Clive Barker. These are both very, very different books. This is a little extreme if you haven't read it yet. It's it's a horrible love story. It is about two serial killers who find each other in New Orleans in the 90s. It has 90s vibes. It's beautifully written. Very disturbing though. And then Mr. Begone is on the lighter side. This is a comedy about a demon who is talking to you and telling you to burn this book. It's very interesting, and it's very goofy and fun, and I remember reading this very quickly, and I was just like so into it. But yeah, two very different recommendations, but still meeting that theme. And then as for the Reaper Book Club, I know we were on a hiatus for a little bit, but I decided to do something for April, because I thought it would be fun, and I picked Wendy Dalrymple's newest book, Birthday Party Demon. I wanted to say like Demon Birthday Party. Birthday Party Demon. It's a little novella here. If you don't know, Wendy Dalrymple writes pink horror, so it's very, I don't want to say girly, not necessarily girly. It's fun. It's a fun time if you're a girl. No, for anybody. But this is what I'm thinking. Best friends Tina, Eve, and Lacey come together for a Sweet 16 slumber party that goes sideways when they accidentally summon more than a good time. Sounds like a blast, and I might have seen on Dalrymple's social media that this is based on a true story. that happened to her. I don't know if that's true, but I would like to think so. So I'm very, very excited to read this one. It also takes place in the 90s. So yeah, and it's tiny and it's just cute. It's just like a cute book, you know, the possessed person hanging out. How adorable. For my movie recommendations, you guys know I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. That was my recommendation last year, so I didn't recommend that this year, but I did recommend Life Force from 1985, directed by Tobe Hooper as well. I think it was written by him, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So still got a Tobe Hooper movie on my recommendation. I watched this for the first time, I think, last year or the year before, and it blew me away. This is some sci-fi horror craziness. It is like space vampires. That is all you need to know going in. It's very melodramatic, the way it is acted, and it goes so far. It just goes it goes insane, and I absolutely love it. It's a good time. It's usually streaming on Tubi or Prime or something. It's usually streaming somewhere because I watched it recently actually again because I love it. I just love this movie, and I hope people get to watch it in April and get as much joy from it as I did. And my next movie recommendation was The People from Under the Stairs, directed by Wes Craven from 1991. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely loved this movie when I was a kid, which probably says a lot about me now. And it is just such great social horror as well. And it's so dark and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's also dark and funny at the same time. This is streaming now as of middle of March when I'm filming this. It is streaming on Prime, but I do see this on Tubi occasionally, so hopefully it's there in April. But it is a blast if you haven't seen this one. It is definitely like one of those great popcorn horror movies that actually has something to say, and it is fantastic. I have goosebumps thinking about how great this movie is. So I hope people get to discover it in April and enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it as well since I was a small child. Hey, getting into my TBR. My TBR is not in any ways completed, and the physical aspect of it, I'm like, I know I'm not going to finish all of these books because reading physically has been very difficult for me. But I do have the audiobook for Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Kalei McLeod Chapman, and this is Christine's pick or recommendation for OSA, another co-host, and I am very excited to read it. I'm also kind of scared because it's very current. It's about current stuff going on of people not believing their eyes or their ears or being brainwashed by propaganda and stuff. So I am very excited for it. I actually have this from Libra FM. I'm going to leave my affiliate link down below because I have been using them so much more because I am in their ARC thing, but I actually have used them monthly as well with my local bookstore, which is Small Friend Hub. If you guys don't know, I talk about my local bookstore a lot because it's just so cool. But basically it's like you can get audiobooks from your local bookstore. You just like attach it, and it's kind of set up like Audible, like you get credits and everything. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't. But yeah, I've been using them a ton recently, and they're just a cool company. It's just a cool company to think about, you know, your little local bookstore. Those are very important these days. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Excited and scared because I'll probably be like raging while reading it. And then I have the physical books. I have more physical books. I don't know if I'm like, should I even talk about it? Am I going to read it? Because they've been on my TPR forever. But I have Rapture by Thomas Tessier. This is a thriller paperback from hell. I think this is a stalker thriller. I saw a really good review from one of my friends on Bookstagram about this book and how it was like almost compulsive to read. And I was like, yes, I need that in my life. Something I want to turn the page with, especially when it's the tiny font paperback from hell. So I'm excited to read this. And actually, I think Kelsi did send this to me for my birthday or Christmas or something one year, so only fitting to read it for OSA. And I definitely want to get to Shirley Jackson's The Road Through the Wall. I had other stories, I think. Is there other story? No, I think this is just The Road Through the Wall. I always get this mixed up with The Lottery, which is always grouped with other stories. Anyways, I don't know what this is about, but it might be a spoiler on the cover, which is so exciting. And also, this looks very spring, summer vibes. Oh, the back, there's a blurb on it. Everyone knew the residents of Pepper Street were nice people. ... Okay. Do they look nice? I don't know. I actually got this from my local bookstore, Small Friend. And what a find. What a find. Such a great find. And then I have the Cheerleaders, The Second Evil. I think this is a Fear Street book, but I think it is a sequel to the first Cheerleader Fear Street book, so I might need to read that one before this one. I have not read a ton of Fear Street books. I know. Bad. I've read the Fear Street Saga books, the three of those. And I loved those. Those are very cool. Those are like the beginning of Fear Street and the lore and everything. And they take place in Victorian times. I loved those. So I'm trying to get into more Fear Street. This is what I have on my shelf right now, probably from a thrift store or something. So possibly reading the first one. I don't know. I'll see where I end up. And then, yeah, as of other books, The Nestling by Charles L. Grant. This is kind of like a classic paperback from hell that was also sent to me by Kelsi because she is the sweetest person ever. I went to read this not at a great time, and it just made me mad. So yeah, this is one of those books that is written about Indigenous Native folklore by a white guy. So it's tough to be like excited to read something about that these days, but it does have some blurbs from Stephen King on it, and I will say like the first couple pages I read were good and interesting, and I do want to read it, but also like, you know, death of the author kind of thing going in. It's like I don't know, but his dedication and like forward, or the beginning of it, seemed in the right spot as well. I don't want to trash it without reading it. I don't know. You know, just not the right mindset. Not the right mindset or time, but I definitely do want to get to it because of this iconic cover on it. The cover art is so good. But again, yeah, it's complex. It's complicated. And then the iconic cover of Wait and See by Ruby Jean Jensen. I still haven't read this. This was on my last year's OSA TBR, I'm pretty sure. And I never read it. So, yeah, I'm trying to get out of the way. Yeah, this is about this girl's body that, well, she died and then they like dig her back up for some reason, and she like looks like this. Like she's got her eyeballs and everything. This actually reminds me of our skeleton we have in our front yard right now. I might put a picture in right now. Alex put these eyeballs in it that he made for another project, and it just looks hilarious every time I walk by. But anyway, look, they're twins. It's twins. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely, this is the for sure, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then I have The Stragglers. This has been on my TBR forever. And they're paperbacks from hell. I do really want to read this. I have such a tough time with Whitley Strieber books though, and I have a ton of them because they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I do like the movie The Hunger a lot. That's a cool vampire movie. So that's why I was very excited to find this and hopefully read it one day. the maybes. Oh yeah, and then Thomas Tran's The Night of the Moon Bow. This is like about a summer camp that's like haunted or something. I don't know. We shall see. You know what? I have 2 editions of this. That's crazy. We shall see. My TBR is very up in the air right now, but these are the maybes. So yeah. Look forward for all of the fun happening in April. April is also my birthday month, so I do have off a couple days around my birthday. Not a ton, not as much as I want to be, of course. So I will be around. Hopefully doing OSA stuff, and yeah, there's also going to be there's an Instagram, but there's also an Instagram challenge called 6 Sad April that is hosted by one of our co-hosts, April, as well, and it's awesome. If you don't know, it's kind of based off of Daria. If you don't know that challenge, it is so cool and so fun, and I try to participate as much as possible every year, and yeah, it's really cool. It's very cool. I actually got a new Daria shirt just for that challenge, that Instagram challenge this year, and yeah, that is it. Let me know if you guys are participating in OSA, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye!